Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom. And no vacuum today. No, and no bacon and eggs, because we're going on an adventure. We're leaving the kingdom. Yes, we're going out, as you can read right here. All right. A Beech 18 crashed August 14th, 1973 on an island in Eldon Lake. Yes, that's just southeast of here. All right. So we're going out there to get the remains of the burnt aircraft. Yes, but it's a little windy, but warm. It's -5 Celsius, but feels like -11. Yes. And then in the yo-yo scale, +23 Fahrenheit, but feels like +12. Yes, so that's been the plan. So Johnny's driving over from Grief Rapids, and we're going to head out and get those wings. Yes, wings from an airplane. All right. So I heard about the story 28 years ago of this plane sitting on an island that was all burnt and wrecked and everything like that. And it's a Beech 18 like that one up there. All right. So then in 2020, during the great lockdowns, we canoed across to the island. Yes, to the island. And then looked at the wings, but the water was so high, the wings were, how would you say, well, we had to canoe up to the wings. So today we're going to go out there and see if we can get the wings because the water level is so low, and we're hoping that they're not frozen in the ice because the water should be down low, right? In theory. We should have canoed out there and checked, but no, we're going to grow out there with the cat and get those wings, hopefully. If not, we had fun. We got some film footage. It'll be all wind distorted. It'll be terrible, but we're having fun. Also, too, we're off to a good start with the time change. Who the hell thought that up? So unreal. So we're trying to coordinate Johnny, the staff, and everybody based on old time. Yes, we're leaving the kingdom at 9 a.m. old time. Yes, old time. Or 10 o'clock new time or whatever. All right, we got to get the equipment up and running and get loaded. All right, let's get to work. The boss is coming.
Sunday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 8 a.m. new time. We had the time change last night where we moved our clocks ahead an hour, so that kind of messed us up. I'm just waking up now. It's time to make some honey garlic wings for our adventure today. These will take about half an hour to cook, and then close to 10 a.m. me and my little helper will head on over to the kingdom. Almost 10 a.m. and I just got the skidoo out. Now it's time to load up and head on over to the kingdom and see if my dad's ready to go. Johnny should be here at any time too, and then we can head on out on our adventure. Just after 10 a.m. we made to the kingdom and got everything loaded up. My dad already has Aggie loaded onto the trailer with the 39. Now we'll head on down to Eldon Lake and unload everything, and then we have to do some plowing there and check the water levels and stuff. And then on the second trip back we can bring the Mini and the Sloop over. 10:30 and Johnny and I made it out to the water base here down at Eldon Lake. We are actually going to go into the lake on this trail right here. It is a natural skidoo trail / winter road, and they used it for the cat trains and stuff like that. That's why all the trees are big on either side, but there's none in the middle. We are waiting for my dad and my little helper to show up. They came together in the 39 with the cat on the trailer, so I'll catch them coming around the corner here. And yes, we do have walkie-talkies, but the range is terrible on them, so we won't be able to hear each other. Got Aggie unloaded. Now my dad's pushing some snow back. That way we can turn the 39 the trailer around to go back to the kingdom in a little bit and go grab the Sloop and the Mini, plus the Yamaha has to come out here as well. I'll get a few little snippet of video for you guys, but most of it will be on the lake and at the island. Down on the lake now, my dad just did a couple passes with Aggie. I don't think there's much ice out here actually, because it looks like all ground over here. You can kind of see where my dad pulled up some muskeg and stuff. But I'll go down onto the trail here and see if I can pull up some ice for you guys and see if it's any good around here. Dug down and there's some ice out there. That's pretty good. We were hoping there was no slush or anything like that. Now I'll go back up to the 39 and help my dad turn around so we can go to the kingdom and get the mini and everything else. Got the 39 turned around, and now we're going to head on back to the kingdom and pick up the mini, the Sloop, and the Yamaha. We're also just going to leave the cat here because Aggie will be okay. Don't think anyone knows how to drive it, so it should be safe. Just after 11 a.m. we made it back into the kingdom. We're just going up the hill with the 39 here, and it looks like my dad got a little stuck because we did not plow this half of the driveway. We just did the other part. So my dad will go grab the famous black cat and then drag the 39 up so we can turn it around. Had no problem getting the 39 up the hill. All we did was hook the famous black cat up to it with the Sloop and everything, because we do have to load the Sloop on with the famous black cat and then the mini and the Yamaha, so it worked out perfectly. Now my dad's gonna unhook everything and then we can load up and head on out. Almost 12 o'clock and we got everything loaded up. I was inside getting everything put together, like the food and stuff for today. We have some honey garlic wings as well. Now I'll head on down to the front gate and record my dad leaving. Then I can close the gate and we can go out and have some fun. At 12 o'clock we made it back out to Eldon Lake. Now it's time to unload the Sloop and the mini, and then I can take the Yamaha off the Sloop and we can put the mini onto the Sloop and head on out into our adventure. We got a long way to go, so we better get going. Got everything loaded up and ready to go. Me and my little helper are going to head out on the skidoo and go find the island with the GPS, and then we'll meet these guys back here on the shoreline. Then we'll head out there together and have a little adventure. Hopefully I don't get stuck out on the lake because the Yamaha is pretty old. Hopefully it can handle it. Made it to the island. Now we're going to unload the Mini and my dad will go over to find the wings and stuff. There's a few things that we have to grab here. I didn't get to record very much coming across the lake because it is pretty windy out here. Plus I was on the Yamaha driving, so I couldn't do two things at once. Not sure if you can see it, but there's a bit of slush on the lake right behind the sloop here. Now my dad has it unloaded. We can head on over to the island here. It's not that big of an island, but it's just big enough. Pretty sure the wings and the stuff we need are on the very far end there, so that's where we're heading. Trying to get over to the island here. My dad's taking the Mini, and it is pretty warm out here. Look at all this slush. He's actually having a hard time. He was stuck when I first walked up. Let's see if he can get out of the slush. Made it over to the island. Now my dad's trying to make a little pathway so we can get up to the wings. Not sure if you can see them here, but there's one wing there. There's one wing on the other side of the Mini. As my dad's clearing a path so we can bring everything over and start loading up the wings and stuff, the Yamaha wouldn't start, so Johnny and my little helper had to walk back over to the cat and load everything up. That way we can bring the stuff over here. It is pretty slushy out today. Not sure why the skidoo wouldn't start, but I will get the Yami going here in a couple minutes. It might have flooded itself out with working so hard, but I guess we'll find out. Now it's my turn to get on the Mini and clear all the snow away from everything. You can kind of see part of the plane sticking out here. We got some wings and some motor mounts as well. Pretty sure there's a wing over there too. Now I'm going to clear away all the snow so we have a better idea on what's all here. My little helper got on the Mini so I could do some recording. Once I'm done, I will go over and start clearing off the snow from these wings here. We have to clear a big enough area that we can get everything out as well. I will turn around and show you what my dad is doing. He is on Aggie over here, clearing out a little workspace for us. and getting it down to the ice. That way we have somewhere to work and we can bring the sloop over. And of course the Yamaha won't start. It might have flooded itself, we're not 100% sure. All else fails, we'll just drag it back to WHO-ville. 1:30 and we are officially stopping for lunch. We are having honey garlic wings over by the wings here. So I'll take you guys over and show you a little video here. We got one of the wings dug out. Now we're going to eat lunch, eat our wings and bologna sandwiches, and then we'll get the other wings out. This is the wings we're dealing with here, and then we'll load them up on the sloop. Might have to do a few trips back and forth, but that's okay.
Okay, Kingdom followers, Sunday afternoon, Sir Rodney live from his kitchen. Anybody who's watching Joey long enough knows that I love to cook. Also on Sundays, I love to relax. So I cook on Sundays, but I cheat a little bit. I have a company, I don't think I can mention any names, but I have a company that you go on the website, you pick which food you want, they deliver it to your door, and you cook it. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because if you watch Joey's channel tonight, he's challenged me to a cook-off. Him and Johnny and the staff are going away and cooking supper tonight. So I felt it appropriate to see if I can do one better and beat him in a cook-off. So this is what right there. That's called harissa spiced chicken with tabbouleh salad. I don't even know if I said that right, but that's what it's supposed to look like when I'm done. So this company sends you all the ingredients and directions. Now I don't need this, but again, and I'm going to relax and cheat a little bit for my meal. So I'll get started here. Hopefully it turns out good, and we'll see whose is better later tonight, and we'll talk to you then. Joey wants to challenge the master to go. Chicken's cooking. Orzo pasta's cooking. Sweet potatoes are cooking. Time to prep the salad. But this is mine right here. I think that looks pretty good. Good luck, Joey.
2 o'clock and we just finished up lunch. It was a pretty good short lunch. We had bologna sandwiches, ham sandwiches, honey garlic wings, there was chocolate bars, fruit cups and everything. So it was a pretty good lunch. Now my dad is up here clearing away, that way we can get the wings out and everything else. All this is dead trees too, we're not pushing down anything live. My little helper is trying to get the wings out from the bush here. We will have to fold them in half and break them down so that way they fit on the sloop and we can make it back to the kingdom with them. Hopefully we can get them on the trailer. Got both of the wings out. Now we are attempting to get the floats. So I think they're in the snow right here, so we're going to dig those out and get them loaded up on the sloop as well. The last thing to go on top is the wings over there, so we have them down by the sloop so they're ready to go. My little helper's doing a pretty good job today. He is enjoying the mini hoe. He likes riding it and then some of his old jobs. Got one float out, now we just have to get the other one. I think it is in the tree line right here. If not, it is over at the other pile. You can kind of see where all the dirt and stuff is there. Pretty sure there's some stuff sitting there as well. Once we have all the small stuff loaded up, we can get the big stuff put on there and we can head on back. This is going to take a long time for us to get back into WHO-ville because somebody has to drive the Mini back across the lake. Hercules. More hands means less work. Just grabbing the last few pieces that are in the bush there, and then we can load everything up. This will be a really slow ride home. Hopefully we can get it all in one trip. If not, we'll have to come back to grab the rest of our stuff. Just after 3 p.m. we got all the pieces picked up, just the stuff that we could find now. If we have to, we can come back in the summertime with the canoe and pick up all the pieces that are frozen into the ground. Now we're going to load up all the wings and stuff, tie everything down, and make the slow trek back into WHO-ville. We have to turn the wings around so the pipe part that he's holding ends up at the back here and sits on the tailgate, and then the front part here will sit on the front of the sloop. Just got the wings and everything loaded up onto the sloop here. Now we're going to spend 20 minutes to tie everything down and then make the slow journey back to Eldon Lake. That way we can load everything up. Now we are all loaded up and ready to head back. We are just waiting for Johnny to figure out where he would like to sit because there's not very much room right now. I did offer to give him the Yamaha and I would ride on the top of the pile there, but we'll see where he rides. We'll try and get some footage for you guys going back across the lake, but I guess we'll see. Looks like I'm riding on top of the wings. Johnny didn't want to climb up on top, so that's okay. I'll have to make do with the video I get. He is sitting there on the Yamaha. We were able to get it started for him. Now it's time to make the long trek back into WHO-ville. Almost halfway across Eldon Lake here. We are going right to that point. You can kind of see it at the tip of my finger. That's as far as we need to go. The wind didn't get up that bad. You can still see our trail going across. Looks like Johnny's having fun on the canoe. He said it's been a couple years since he rode one, so I'm sure he's going to enjoy this. My little helper got to drive the Mini back, but that's okay because we're all traveling together. My dad's also trying to plow down the snow a bit here, as you can see on either side. That way he has no problem on the hard-packed snow, because when we went the other way and my dad was on the Mini, he got a little stuck there in the slush. But it looks like my little helper's having no problems. Johnny sure is having fun over there. You can barely see him in his bright orange jacket. He is cruising around on the Yamaha. Took some convincing for him to get on it, but I'm sure now that he's on it, he's glad he did, because I get to sit up on top of the wings here. It's a very uncomfortable ride, but it's better than nothing. I'm sure Johnny didn't want to walk all the way back across the lake. We're at the last stretch now. We just have to go around the corner and into the trees there, but I'll jump off the slope here and get a video of my dad coming in off the lake, since I have to ride up on top of here and couldn't get any videos for you guys. But if I pan back here, it looks like Johnny and my little helper are having a lot of fun. I jumped on the Yamaha and Johnny is standing on the side of the sloop there. He wasn't able to climb on top, so we found a little area for him to hang on for dear life on the side. He should be able to hold on at least till we get back onto the road here. It's actually not that far. If I pan over this way, can actually see the 39 through the trees there. Made it back, and now we're going to attempt to get the sloop back on with everything. Might take us a few tries, we should be able to get it on no problem. Took us a few tries, but we were able to get the sloop loaded up, no problem. Now we'll chain everything down and do a couple loads back and forth to the kingdom. I think we'll be doing 2 loads, one with the sloop, and then we'll come back for the Mini and the Cat, plus the Yamaha, or I might end up driving the Yamaha back into WHO-ville, but I guess we'll find out. 4:30, we got everything loaded up. We are leaving the Yamaha, the Mini, and the Cat here, and they will be on the second trip back. The Yamaha is just a pull and go, so we put the Mini on top of it. That way it cannot get stolen, because you never know nowadays, anything could happen. Now we'll make our way back into WHO-ville and unload the first load. Almost 5 o'clock, and we're just making it back into the kingdom with the first load here. My dad's gonna back down as far as he can into the driveway, then we'll unload it with the famous black cat and go back for the rest of the stuff. Back down as far as we can make it. Now my dad will go up and get the famous black cat and pull off the sloop, and then back we go for the Mini and the Cat. I will be driving the Yamaha back into town because it just makes more sense. Just after 5 p.m. we got everything unloaded. Now we'll head on back over and grab the next load of stuff. Just the Mini and the Cat are left. 5:30 and we just made it back out to Eldon Lake. Now my dad is going to take Aggie down and backblade our little mess here from the lake back in, because it is a skidoo trail. We don't want to wreck their little trail. They could get mad. Then while he's doing that, me and my little helper and Johnny will load up the Mini onto the trailer and then get the Yamaha ready for me to drive it back on into WHO-ville. Now my dad is doing a little backblading with Aggie here to clean up our mess. Then we can load her up and head back on into WHO-ville. Got everything loaded up. Now we just have to chain all the stuff down and head on back into WHO-ville. I have the Yamaha parked over here by the trail, so once they take off I can get going back too. Hopefully the skidoo trails are intact and I don't have any problems. Officially loaded up and ready to go. I have to jump on the Yamaha and start making my way back into WHO-ville. That way if anything goes wrong, these guys are behind me. Just after 6 p.m. we made it into the kingdom. I wasn't able to record because I had to go back into WHO-ville and do a couple things, but they pulled up the 39 with Aggie here, and now we'll unhook everything and put all the stuff away. Just after 6:30 and we're officially done unpacking everything. Now my dad's going to hook Aggie up to the sloop here and then drive it ahead and back it up in front of the tank. That way we can do a couple videos on it. Quarter to 7 new time, which is quarter to 6 old time. We are officially done in the kingdom. Now I will head in, grab my dog treats, go back to WHO-ville, do the weather, and then I have to sort out all my videos from today, so that will take me a while. Almost 7 o'clock new time, which is 6 o'clock old time, and I just made it back from the kingdom and put the skidoo away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and do the weather. Almost 8 o'clock, and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. Is 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is the same temperature as yesterday, but it was actually pretty warm out. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, back in the kingdom at 6:30 new time. Yes, new time. So that'd be 5:30 old time. So in theory, we did really well. The boss will be pleased with us, but he's an asshole. He'll say we screwed up. All right, one trip across the lake. Nobody had to run back to town. Nobody had to do anything. We got more than what we wanted. It was excellent. The water was low. The stuff was here, and the equipment worked out good. Yes, the little cat that could, the Aggie the cat, and we got the wings from the plane, the Beech 18, which is similar to the one up here. Okay, it was on floats, and it crashed into the island and burnt. Okay, that was April 14th, 1973, and there's the wings and everything right there. So what a day. We're going to go drink some beer and hard stuff. Yeah, because we got to celebrate this victory because we did it one shot and did it right. All right, we'll walk the dogs, drink some beer. Talk to you later.